But yeah, we're trying to do lots of different kinds of events. I mean, on Sunday we're doing the Alternative Press Fair, which is kind of like a sit-down, stalls. It's a fun day, like it's a good day out and stuff. But it's a more traditional event in that sense. But the rest of the events, what we're trying to do is do something a little bit different, do something that reaches out to different kinds of people, and just expose the scene.
Listen, if any of you aren't on our mailing list, if you want to get onto it and find out what's going on, what that we know about, just come up here afterwards and...
We've got a...
Oh, great.
Little clipboard there with a... Yeah. Has anyone else got anything to say? I mean, like, Ed, you're there, like... I mean, you know...
Pick on the person.
You know, like, Last Hours is just coming back into print, like, after a long spell out of print and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, was that because people were asking you to do it again? Or?
A bit, yeah. I mean, I think actually, in fairness, I mean, one of the reasons why we thought we should bring Last Hours back into print, and we've started as well, we've got plans in the autumn to release a couple of comics anthologies as well. Like, part of it was because of what's happening with the Alternative Press Fair, with the Brighton Zine Fest, with all the other stuff that's happening around the country, stuff that's happening in France, like, and, you know, across Europe to do with zines and illustration and kind of, I don't know, cool, interesting, radical, autonomous, anti-authoritarian culture and politics, and we wanted to be part of it again. I mean, we were part of it, and we have been covering it for the past 18 months because we've been doing it on the website, but there's something much more visceral about it actually being printed, and about it being a document, and about it being our history, and it's about us speaking for ourselves and not having other people trying to interpret something they don't necessarily understand, because it's our culture, and it's like, it's our forms of expression, it's our, like, it's our spaces and all of those sorts of things, and that's why we wanted to bring Last Hours back again.
Well, I think it's great that it's coming back, man. You know? And I think that's a good thing what you said there about, like, all the stuff that's going on. I think that's like what people are saying about more people doing events, more stuff happening. The more stuff that's happening, the more it makes people want to do stuff. Like, and the more the scene's kind of shook up by people coming in and doing different things, you know, the better it is, you know, so that's excellent.
Just left for just a few minutes. I've got here the man who did the graphic design.
Just helped Jimmy put the images in a InDesign document and send it to the printers. I started going to the meetings with him, and then the more I went to meetings, the more it got me involved. And before I knew it, I was designing the whole book. We spent I think was it a month or so just trying to decide what I wanted in the book.
Yeah.
We spent most of the time just trying to decide what I wanted in the book, and Pete gets in the spreadsheets after spreadsheets. We had to keep going through them and trying to decide who wanted in the book, and it was quite hard. Then after all that, they left me 2 weeks to get the book done. I didn't sleep for 2 weeks.
He even fell asleep at his computer once.
Waking up in the middle of the night, like 4 o'clock in the morning, and still in front of the computer trying to type stuff. If there's any typos in there, it's probably that's why. But yeah, it was quite stressful, and I didn't really know how to use InDesign properly. I've only used it a couple of times before, so it's a good way to learn InDesign, so we forced into it. And it's good for me as well, because I come from a graphic design background, but I've been unemployed for a while, so it made me feel useful, gave me something to do. So, there's quite a lot of stress, but I feel proud now it's out there. And
You've done a great job,
and I had some help from my friend Van as well. I'm quite lucky, I've got a friend who's in the publishing industry. Her name's Van Nim. She's not here today, but she gave me a lot of inside knowledge and stuff, like you know, like when you send stuff to printers, you have to have certain settings, and I didn't know about that. I thought you just do it and then you just save it and send it to them. But you have to download certain settings and install it, and the printers are useless. I don't care, I'm saying it. Printers are useless. You know, they didn't help me at all. I phoned up and they kept trying to fob me off. So I phoned my friend Van up, and she's always on hand to help me out. And she even came round to my house and she sat with me. Made sure I set up all the documents properly, made sure I lifted enough like bleed, enough glue margin, because we didn't have the proper glue margin in there, all the pages would be falling out right now. Yeah, she helped me out big time, so yeah. So I didn't want to take all the credit because she helped me as well. But, so yeah, thanks everybody, enjoy the book.
And we've got one last thing one last thing. On Friday night we have a poetry night being run by Ceri and Chris here. And just to give you a bit of a flavour of the night, Ceri's been kind enough to read out a couple of poems for us.
Where? They're in the book, by the way. Just to plug it a bit more. Page 68. I've memorised it already. Yeah, it's a lovely book. I can't find page 68 yet. It's not there. It's not there. They've taken page 68 out of one of them. It's there. I found it now. I'll move back here a bit. This is a poem called Hot Streets, which actually kind of fits into the whole making zines, redeeming the fact you have to go to work every day. Hot Streets. It was very dark when she got home. Very late. I get so damn bitter, she thought, undressing. I get so hot and tense. I get so mean. It gets so fast out there, so hot and tense. I am so different out there, she thinks. I am not hot like a star. I am boiling like trouble. I wish I could take my pillows and coloured pencils to work. Do you want books or flounder? Flounder. This poem is called Flounder. It's about London. I flounder at the edges of the city and in between conversations. I do not know what to say. It is a foreign language, odd tongues. I bite mine, hide anything revealing. I flounder inside my own footprints. They do not fit. It is like avoiding falling over by jumping. It makes sense, but you never think to do it in time. I am a subplot in a short story. I am not lost, but I flounder.
That's very